Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about the Deluxe reverb. This one happens to be the custom hand-wired one. We're going to go through all its paces and things that it can do, and we're going to touch base on it so you can kind of see, what you get when you buy one of these Deluxe reverbs. Is it worth it to buy the hand-wired model versus the printed circuit board? And I've had both of them. I'll let you know. We'll get into it here in just a short bit. Alright now, so we're going to go ahead and focus in on channel 1. And we're going to see what we got when it comes to sounds. As you can see, all the volume, treble, and bass, the three knobs that are available to you on channel 1 are on 0. This thing has no sound at this point. Now, if you want to see where the volume actually starts kicking in on this thing, well, let's go up to 2. Is 2 a safe start? Let's see what we get at 2. Okay, the guitar knobs are fully turned up. I don't have anything at 2. Let's go to 2.5. Alright, so I would say at 2.5 you start getting volume on this thing. But I'm going to be honest with you, by the time you get to 3, just that little pinch, it gets really loud. I'm going to have to turn down the mic here so that way we don't have a blast into the speaker. Here we go. So I'm going to strum it at 3, a G chord. I was able to capture that, but let's see what it sounds like when you start adding EQ to it. So there's no EQ on that. Let's go to EQ on 5. It starts brightening up, and it starts getting a little bit more gain to it. Let's get the bass about 3.5. Starts sounding pretty good there. And I like I'm going to turn down this reverb just a little bit so you don't hear all that. I'm going to have it about it. I usually like about a 7.5 on this thing. So let's see what that sounds like here with these EQs on channel 1. It's pretty bright there. I might even like it at 6. Let's see. That's what channel 1 sounds like. Let's see what channel 1 sounds like with no reverb and those EQ settings. Okay, I think channel 1 sounds pretty good, but as you can see, by the time you get to 3, this thing gets pretty loud. They should have had a better way to turn your volume, up. But 3 is really cooking. I'm gonna send it up to let's see what 4 does. Now I know it's a lot louder. Now I'm gonna have to turn down my mic input so we don't blast it. So give me just a second while I do that. Let's see what this does. So this is 4. Let's go to 5. Okay, I've had to, you can hear it starting to get a little bit of that tubes. They're starting to heat up there. Let's go to 6. Okay, that's kind of sounding pretty dirty. Got some hair on the note for sure. Let's go to 7. By a 7, that joker's pretty loud, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'd really want to be playing it up that high. I'm going to turn it back down to 3. And let me turn my mic up again. And that's what you get out of channel 1. Okay, we are now on channel 2. And as you can see, I have all the volume dials all the way down. Look, that's on 0. Basically, 1 is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so at this point, there's no sound coming out of the amp on channel 1. Let's turn it up. Let's turn it up. Let's turn it up to 2 and see what we get out of it. You don't get enough there. Let's put a little bit of EQ on it to start. Let's get our EQ about to a 7. And same thing as last time, about a 5. A 2's not bad. Let's see what 2.5 brings. Okay, it's pretty loud at 2.5. I'm going to turn the mic down. Let's go to 3 and see what we get. Okay, so this amp, you know, starts really getting loud. I have to turn down my mic over here so that way, you know, I don't, you know, blast the input. Let's see what we get when we go to 3.5. Whoa! Let's see what happens. Okay, so 3.5's pretty loud. Okay, so I don't think I want to go any louder than that. There's no need to. Let's go back to about 2 3/4, just for the sake of the video. Let me turn my mic back up. Okay, we're relatively in safe territory here. As far as the sound is concerned, this amp has a really, really good sound. I really like the way it sounds. It's got a really clean sound. It's definitely worth gigging with. It's got a solid pine cabinet. This thing, you know, really is a pretty well-made amp. I've taken it apart and looked on the inside. And on the inside, it's got some really nice-looking components. As they say, it's not as clean as the ones used to come out in '64 when Fender actually owned Fender. You know, that's a thought. Think about that. Fender sold the Fender Musical Company. Leo Fender sold it, you know, and then it was owned by CBS. That's like crazy when you think about it. Fender selling Fender amps that Fender is not a part of anymore. Well, he's long gone now. May he rest in peace, you know, but neither here nor there. Let's get back to the amp itself. I know you all really came here for the reverb. Let's turn the reverb all the way up to 10. Okay, so it gets a little noisy at 10, but let's see what it sounds like. I gotta turn it down. Let's see what it sounds like. That would be usable? Can you use that much reverb in your playing? I don't know. Let's try it halfway. What does reverb at 5 sound like? I don't know. That's still a lot of reverb. I think I like my reverb somewhere around, let's see, 3.5. Let's try that.
So deep you could feel the drain when you're getting sucked in like you're in a tunnel, 'cause you're buried so deep